Hi, I'm Kari with Connection Centered Parenting. I am excited that you're here today. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to spend a little bit of time with you today talking about responsibility without shame. It is one of the most difficult things that we do as parents. Let's be real, holding your teen accountable without spiraling into shame is like walking a tightrope. Today, I want us to dive into how we can encourage our teen to take responsibility while also keeping their dignity intact. Because when you separate the behavior from their identity, you create real space for growth. Why does shame backfire? Well, when your teen messes up and the response is shaming, like calling them lazy or irresponsible, the learning stops. The brain goes into defense mode, and their first instinct is to protect themselves, not to create change. Studies show us that shame is more likely to cause hiding and lying than actual true growth. But when you focus on behaviors instead of on labeling them, you will leave space for learning. Okay, let's take this step by step. Step one. It's important to focus on the behavior, not their identity. Instead of saying things like, "You're so lazy," try, "I noticed the dishes didn't get done. Can you tell me what happened?" This opens up the chance for them to explain and to reflect, rather than immediately defend themselves. It's a subtle shift, but the difference between creating a wall and opening a door. You might use a script like, "Hey, I noticed your room is still messy, even though we agreed on Saturdays for cleaning. What got in the way?" Now they get a chance to explain, and you're listening instead of judging. That opens the door for a real solution instead of a power struggle. All right, step two, a guided reflection with them. This is where you get to hand them the pen and ask them to reflect. 3 simple questions like these work wonders. You might ask them, "What happened? What did you learn? What do you think you'll do differently next time?" With questions like these, they build critical thinking and they let your teen walk through their own solutions. And you know what? When they come up with the fix, they are far more likely to follow through. Here's an example. "I didn't plan my time right, so I couldn't get it done." Okay, well, what would help you next time? "I could set a reminder on my phone." Now the solution is theirs. They own the plan. They are far more likely to follow through. Step 3, modeling accountability. Here's what becomes really difficult for us as parents. If you want them to own their mistakes, you need to show them how it's done. So, the next time you're late or you forget something, call it out. Something like, "Hey, I promised I would have this paperwork done yesterday, and I didn't get to it. I'm sorry. I'm going to make it my first priority today." When they see you own it, it normalizes accountability, not as punishment, but as a part of growth and learning. Let me give you an example. Last month, she forgot her science project at home. But instead of berating her for being irresponsible, her mom asked her a question. She said, "What can you do next time to remember?" Sarah thought about it for a little while, and then she decided to get a sticky note and put it on her desk as a reminder. And you know what? The next project, she didn't forget. Her mom wasn't soft on her. She held the boundary, and she was supportive. And that made all the difference. I want you to spend some time thinking about the last few times that you've had these interactions and the next ones that you will have. You can reflect on things like, did I focus on the behavior and not the person? Did I guide my team through reflection? Did I model accountability in my own day? These things will help you grow as a parent. You see, responsibility thrives when there is room for growth. By focusing on actions, guiding reflection, and modeling your own accountability, you empower your team to own their own choices and to grow from them. The goal isn't just responsibility, it's about resilience and self trust. Thank you so much for being with me today. I love hearing stories. So please comment, share any positive or challenging stories. I love to hear them. You can get more information and tips at my website, connectioncenteredparenting.com. Thank you so much.